Finally, after so long, I have one of the best phones in terms of photography in my hands, the Vivo X300 Ultra. Yeah, I know it's been out for a couple of months, but unfortunately, it was only recently released in my country. Anyway, the box came open because I opened it when I received it, just to check that everything was inside and avoid any problems. The version I ordered has 12 gigabytes of RAM and 512 gigabytes of internal storage. But anyway, let's start with the unboxing. Inside, the first thing we find is the phone, which we'll see later. The box also includes a 100-watt charger, a USB-C to USB-C cable, a SIM eject tool, a silicone case, which, as you can see, is green just like the phone. And finally, the manuals that nobody reads. Now for the most important part, the Vivo X300 Ultra in all its glory. The color is green, which wasn't my first choice. I was going to buy the black one, but it wasn't available. So I had no other option but to get the green. And honestly, it's much prettier in person. This two-tone color is truly beautiful. And what stands out most is obviously the camera module. It's absolutely gigantic. You can easily hold the device from this side. Impressive. As for the buttons, on the right side we have the volume up and down buttons and the power button. This time, we don't have the dedicated camera button that we saw on previous models, and there aren't any buttons on the left side. Let's turn on the device. And something I really like is that the screen is completely flat, which I really appreciate. I'm not a big fan of curved screens, so that's a plus. Now I'm going to update my phone, set it up properly, and go out and take some photos to test its cameras. But before we get to the results, let me show you a browser extension that's been saving me a ton of money. It's called ShopFox, a free Chrome extension that automatically scans multiple stores to show you where the best price is right now. You open any product page and it instantly brings everything together in one panel. Sellers, prices, cashback, and coupons. Everything is in one place. You just have to choose the best deal. It also shows you if the current price is really a good deal, since you can see the price history and know whether it's worth buying now or waiting a little longer. You can even turn on notifications, so the extension alerts you when the product reaches its best price. Another thing I love is that it summarizes customer reviews. It gathers real reviews from different stores and websites to help you know if a product is really worth it. In just a few seconds, you can see the pros and cons and make a much more confident decision before buying. And this works with practically any product you want to buy. So you can save a good amount of money without lifting a finger. And if that weren't enough, they're already developing an AI agent that does the entire search for you. You just tell it what product you want, and the agent takes care of finding the best purchase option. Quick, easy, and hassle-free.
Nice.
If you want to start saving money on your next purchase, I've included the ShopFox link in the description, so you can install the extension completely free. And now, let's get to what we've all been waiting for, the Vivo X300 Ultra's camera. Before we begin with the photos, let's look at the camera interface. While all three sensors are capable of high-resolution photography, this time, all photos are in automatic mode at 12 megapixels. We also have several color styles, including Vivid, which increases saturation and contrast for more striking images, Refined, which aims for a balance with more subdued colors but without sacrificing impact, and Zeus Natural, which prioritizes a more faithful reproduction of the scene with more realistic tones and less aggressive processing. In this case, I chose to keep Vivid mode, which is the phone's default color profile, to show the experience most users will have. And let's start with the ultra-wide-angle lens. It's a 50-megapixel Sony LYT818 sensor with a 14mm equivalent focal length and a 1/1.2 8-inch size. It's a fairly large ultra-wide-angle lens for a smartphone. And after taking several photos with this sensor, my first impressions are quite good. The photos offer a good level of detail, the colors are vibrant, and the processing doesn't seem to overdo the image. Furthermore, the dynamic range performs well, and at least during the day, I'm quite pleased with the results. Now we move on to the main sensor. It's a 200 megapixel Sony LYT901 sensor with a 35mm focal length and a 1/1.12 inch size. The photos are simply stunning. The level of detail is excellent, the dynamic range is very good, and the colors are pleasing. Ready to be posted on Instagram. And something that does stand out at first is its 35mm focal length. Offering a tighter frame than the traditional 24mm lens, it might feel a bit cropped during the first few shots. However, after a few minutes of use, you quickly get used to it. And in fact, it ends up being a very pleasant focal length for everyday photography and environmental portraits. And finally, we have the telephoto sensor. It's a Samsung HP sensor, also 200 megapixels, with a focal length of approximately 85 millimeters, or about 3.7 times zoom. And well, the photos this sensor takes are just as good as the other two sensors. Sharpness remains excellent, there's plenty of detail even when zooming in, and the colors remain consistent with the rest of the lenses. Furthermore, the 85mm focal length seems ideal for portraits and for capturing subjects at a distance without losing quality. Overall, the photos this phone produces are simply amazing. The level of detail, the dynamic range, and the consistency between the different sensors make it very difficult to take a bad shot. But beyond the specifications, I think the most important thing is the experience. This is one of those phones that makes you want to go out and take photos. It practically begs you to take pictures. It's one of those devices where you see any scene and automatically want to pull out the camera. And to be completely honest, it's a feeling I've never had with any other smartphone. In terms of video, speaking simply of 4K recording at 30 frames per second, and leaving aside all the other recording capabilities this device has, this phone also does a great job. The image quality is excellent on all three sensors. The colors look great, and the level of detail is on par with a device in this category. Another aspect I really liked is the consistency between the different sensors. When changing lenses, the colors and exposure remain very similar, avoiding those abrupt changes we still see on other devices. And speaking of changing lenses, the transitions are very smooth. You can switch from the ultra-wide-angle lens to the main sensor or the telephoto lens very naturally, making the recording experience feel much more polished and professional. Overall, it's a phone that inspires a lot of confidence when recording. You simply take out the camera, press record, and you know you're going to get a very good result. And after spending several days with the Vivo X300 Ultra, I can say that it has left a very good impression on me. Its camera system is undoubtedly one of its biggest draws, but there are also many other aspects that I want to test more thoroughly. So, this was just a first look. In the full review, we'll talk in depth about performance, battery life, the screen, the software, and of course, we'll delve much deeper into the cameras. If you have any particular tests you'd like to see in the full review, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.